It is said that there was in one of the universities a professor known for his extensive knowledge and long experience in the field of philosophical sciences, and for whom many researches and articles have been published in the most famous scientific journals. This professor was very interested in the teachings of Zen, which are common in China, Japan, and Asian countries, and sought to learn more about them. So one day he decided to travel to Japan to meet a Japanese Zen teacher and learn more about this matter from him. The teacher added, "You are famous for your knowledge and knowledge everywhere around the world. So tell me first and share with me some of what you know." So the professor here began telling the teacher about his research, one after another, in various fields. Then he began sharing what he knew about Zen, its teachings, and its rules. The teacher listened to him quietly for an hour or more before suggesting that he take a short break and drink some tea. The professor agreed and thanked the teacher for his kindness and hospitality. After a long journey, the professor arrived at the Zen teacher's headquarters. He waited for some time before one of the students led him to his teacher. The professor found him to be a humble and kind person, with positive energy radiating from him and a welcoming and friendly smile on his face. After welcoming and getting to know each other, the Japanese Zen teacher asked the professor the reason for his visit, and the latter replied, "I came to learn from you about the teachings and practices of Zen." Moments later, one of the students came into the teacher's room carrying a traditional Japanese tea tray, placed it in front of the two men, and left the place. The teacher began to pour tea into the cup while the professor resumed talking about his experiences and knowledge about Zen to the teacher, who continued to pour the tea slowly until the cup was full. But he did not stop and continued pouring, so the tea overflowed and flowed onto the table. The professor noticed this but did not say anything, but stared at the teacher silently. And the tea continued to fill the tray and then overflow and spill onto the teacher's clothes. The professor could not control his nerves, so he added in amazement, "Stop. Don't you see that the cup is full and is now overflowing? It won't hold any more." However, the teacher did not stop and continued doing what he was doing. The professor became angry, felt insulted, and hurried to the door to leave the place. At this moment, the teacher stopped pouring tea and asked the professor to go back, but the latter ignored him and continued walking towards the door. So the teacher got up and stopped him. The wise teacher smiled and explained to the professor the reason behind what he did, saying, "You came here to ask questions, but you came full. You have your own ideas and beliefs about the subject, and you don't have any empty space to receive more. If you don't allocate enough space, you won't be able to receive any new information. You are just like an overflowing teacup. How do you want me to teach you the rules and teachings of Zen when your cup is full like this? Empty your cup first, and then come back to me so I can benefit you." This short story, inspired by Chinese Zen culture, gives us some important and powerful lessons and messages. You have to be humble, open to new ideas, and even receptive to the idea of changing your point of view. Simply be open to learning and gaining new information every day.